This is a retro handheld by ANBERNIC, the RG35xx 2022. I started using it over a month now, and I've been loving it so far. I bought it as a gift for myself because, as an old school gamer, I wanted to experience nostalgia in the best way possible. And well, this thing's delivered just that. On the front, we have a D-pad. It's a rubber membrane, so pressing it feels rigid but snappy. It also has a nice feel to it, which I like. The D-pad is also very sensitive. Holding it down and moving it to the left or to the right makes your character move. It impacted other games, but after some getting used to, it became part of its quirk. On the right is the face button, which has some really nice feel to it because it's a rubber membrane. The layout is almost similar to a Nintendo controller set up, but instead of X, it has H. After using it for longer periods of time on gameplay, I can say it's just perfect. We also have the menu, select, and start buttons, which are solid plastic with a rubber membrane. At the back, we have the clicky shoulder triggers. These are comfortable to hold and my fingers sit well on them. These sides have the volume, power, and reset buttons with some TFT card slots for additional storage. The screen is 3.5-inch LCD display at 480p resolution. It is very bright under the rays of sunlight and can get super dim with dark shaders on. Out of the box, it comes with an OS from ANBERNIC. But it also comes with a second OS called Garlic OS, which I like. However, I switched mine to another OS called Kuriki, just because I prefer its menu and some additional console like PSP, DS, and others. You can check this one out on the link in the description. Now, aside from the OS, the RG35xx also comes preloaded with the games. Sadly though, it lacks the best games from Nintendo. However, this handheld can certainly play up to PlayStation 1 games without any problems. Plus, it can even support consoles like So, should you buy it? Well, yes and no. Yes, you can play it with just as it is. If you don't mind having no internet, no Bluetooth, or any other special features from the other units, I think this is ideal. And no, because, well, there are already good options out there. If we take a look at consoles just from ANBERNIC, we already have other versions of the RG35xx, like the RG35xxH, XX Plus, and the RG40XX series. These are good handhelds with good community software release like Nuli, capable of playing PC ports and games, some of the PSP and others. We also have the Trim UI Smart Break Pro, which is a bit more powerful than those of the ANBERNIC, and even has its own separate software. But wait, there are other handhelds to choose from. And oh, I forgot to mention that these devices come with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, which the original 35XX doesn't have. With Bluetooth, you can connect wireless controllers and many more. and with Wi-Fi, some scraping box art, and also some other things. These are just some of the reasons why you may not like the RG35xx. So, in conclusion, if you want to get something newer with more powerful chipset and have more custom firmware, the other RG series is for you. However, if you're not thinking about buying handheld in 2025, we are willing to get something cheaper to buy as soon as possible. The RG35xx is what I recommend. If you ever decide to buy, you can try to affiliated link showing this underneath of my video. And that is for today. I'm Adrian, your brutally honest budget friendly gamer. Bye bye.